misclicking huge.
Ooh, a tank does go down, but there are still several in the middle. A lot of medevacs here to help with that bio. I'll tell you what, if the fungals of DRG are really solid and he manages to get rid of those Marines, I mean, he has what it takes to clean it up. But back at the main, there is, of course, several more tanks just to prevent those counterattacks and a lot more Marines coming. So I feel like it's all going to be about these investors.
It looks like there's the siege up. How does Hart answer? He is on the run. The Ling Baneling begin to sprint forward. Is there that medevac? It is getting ready to drop the north position, but in the center, an incredible rearrangement of forces as that fleet of Broodlords storms forward, 7 strong, but 71 Marines. The unload at the Northern Expo. Brilliant play by Hart. DongRegu must win with this attack.
This little force over here that is in Hart's third, or in DRG's third, has just definitely been a force taking on now 2 bases working on their third.
Here it comes, the final battle, the stim, all the Marines sprint forward. Is it a mistake? It all comes down to the fungals of DRG. The Northern expansion is about to fall. The Vikings come into play, down to under 100 hit points. The Northern expansion falls as all the Broodlords storm in. There is no more mining base for DRG. Can he control this perfectly?
The Vikings are out. They continue to try to do damage versus these Broodlords, but here come the Corruptors. All the tanks are about ready to be cleaned up. They are gone. It is only Bio and a couple of Thors at this point. In come the Infestors. If he lands even a single fungal across this, it could mean certain disaster. There are only a few Banelings, so it is going to all be about these fungals.
It's about the fungals in the main. A drop from Hart, trying to finish off what he started. Most of the Marines over there, 132 to 101, long-range mining down for DRG as he is mining from the right main. DongRegu refuses to make an error, refuses to 1A his way to death, but it looks like DongRegu literally has no way to add on more units.
Right. I mean, his production is halted, and right now we see at least 4 Marines coming out at a time, and the Vikings. And even if he drops the perfect fungals, will he have enough? Actually, he's going to drop down Infested Terrans. As, I mean, how is he going to be able to deal with this?
Hart is starting to move forward. An amazing fungal. The first perfect fungal. Another perfect fungal.
Oh my gosh.
The food's starting to even up. Can DongRegu do it? Is storming forward with the Zerglings. I don't believe it. I do not believe it at all, Marcus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The Infestor still with a lot of energy left. Zerglings left over to take everything out. Now we have 6 Marines in production, but he's just eating Marines alive.
0 income for DongRegu. The Marines are down to 4. 2 Vikings on the field. There is no more energy left. Look at the income tab, Marcus. 0 for DongRegu. A pair of Marines in the main. 4 complexities. Hart might be what it needs to just completely cripple DongRegu.
He has to get rid of these 2 Marines inside the main. I mean, it would take them like literally 10 years to destroy the whole base, but if he does that, then there's literally no chance now for Hart to come back. I mean, he's really fighting with, what, 2 Marines coming out of time. There's GG!
DongRegu on 0 bases with 0 income. 50 food behind, does the unthinkable, closes the series out 4-1. He is up against MarineKing Prime in the grand final, demonstrating the most perfect ZVT form we have seen in months.
I mean, absolutely amazing. Not only that, but now going up in a rematch versus MarineKing Prime, a best-of-9 extended series. You thought that the games were going to be over soon, but suddenly you got a best-of-9 dropped on your head, and it is going to be amazing to see these 2 face off again. If you recall, we had such a great game, so let's talk a little bit about this one. DRG with the early bust, making it look like he might just win it right there, but Hart with that quick third command center starting to get back into it, and then they took us to a longer game.
I mean, 30 food behind, Hart pushing through the middle, caught DongRegu at the perfect angle with the Banelings, and drew all of them the wrong direction. They couldn't land on all those Marines, and suddenly Hart sees control, continued pushing, and DongRegu looked dead. Down to 3 bases, rebuilt 7 of those Broodlords, 9 Infestors backing up, a little bit of Ling Baneling, but that last battle, 5 minutes of no bases, no mining, it was all or nothing with DongRegu, and he waited and waited and waited and waited and waited until the last second to storm in with all the Ling Baneling. Dude, Tastosis, talk to us about that last game.
It was a great game, but a little bit inconsiderate. I sat up straight and put on my headset like 9 times thinking the game was about to end.
I was blown away by how well both players are playing. Artosis and I were saying, well, the game's about to end, but we don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, it was so
Let
unbelievably
us not
close.
forget, Hart has really made a name for himself. I never would have thought that, a player with the ID that is the same as my least favorite Captain Planet character would get so far in this tournament.
A player
and
with
do
the
so
same
well.
name as my least favorite organ get
I
this
know.
far.
I'm a liver guy myself. No, but seriously, it's immaculate, the play he had there. I was sure for a little bit DRG was screwed, but it was interesting. You could see, and this is kind of a fundamental way to be Terrans, is once you get to the production facilities, sort of like with Zerg, once you can kill the hive and then a few tech structures, for Terran, it's once you just get to where the units are popping out of, they can't group together, and therefore there's no way to really win. And DRG utilized that, and it was a tough situation, but damn. Now we got to go to the finals.
With a player like DongRegu, you watch him play standard almost always. He just does a nice long-form Zerg versus Terran style. And again, with that sort of player, you tend to think, well, when he's thrown out of his comfort zone, that is where you can seize wins. Hart pushing DRG way out of any normal Zerg's comfort zone, and DongRegu controlled that final battle perfectly. There was about 100 times where a slight misclick would have cost DRG that whole army and the game, and he just never made those mistakes.
I want to point out one other thing that you mentioned that really was just amazing to see, but as the Banelings were marching through the middle, we had the pickup on the Thor, dropped it to sort of re-aggro, and lost like half of those in that. And I mean, it really just goes to show that this player deserves your recognition. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, give it up for Complexity Hart,
taking
who had
third
an
place.
amazing run here through the MLG Winter Championships.
$9,000 will be his prize pool that he will walk away with. And I think it's most important to note that the two most seemingly invincible players are going to rematch again in the Winter Championships. DongRegu versus MarineKing Prime, a continuation of the Winter Arena.
Yeah, I mean, we talk and we love the rivalries that exist in professional gaming and specifically in StarCraft II. And although it may not seem like it, these two are just destined to meet once again, as they had DongRegu fight through the losers bracket of the Winter Arena to make it to that finals, only to